Thanks for checking out today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/darthjacen. Links for this and our Patreon will be in the description below. Hope you enjoy. Alright, here we are for round number 1. Trying out some Crimson Vow red-black vampires against a Luris deck. This hand is just a little bit too top-heavy. If we had a Sorin, I'd be more interested. Good to see our first copy of Voltairean Estate here, which is nice. We'll mulligan this hand. Another land-heavy hand. Good mana. Florian's alright. Tempted to keep this on the back of having good mana or on the draw, but I'm gonna look for a better hand. Okay, this is a much better hand. So we can keep these 4. Maybe just another Gatekeeper. I think I like that. Hope to just race them down. Not a bad mull to 5. We're on the draw. We are going to need some action. We'll get rid of 1 estate and a champion. Oh, it looks like we're getting some soul. Okay. I don't think this is too bad of a matchup. I am pretty tempted just to try and take whatever they're going to. Alright, we'll take on all the glitters, so it looks like they mulliganed pretty aggressively too. So Portable Hole will take 1 thing. I think what I'll do play this so we can exile this. I think keeping in all the glitters out of the graveyard for later Luris is pretty important. And it forces their hand on having to use this Portable Hole, and then we're able to hopefully get some more things going. Yeah, we're gonna take this. Alright. Well, the Socialite will be good, assuming we can pair it here. Yep, there's the Portable Hole. Alright, Ginger Brute. Alright, so they're empty-handed. Darn Estate's a good one. Valentine. Play the Gatekeeper. Benefit being, even if they equip, and they have to equip and then spend their whole turn giving this protection to get through. We get in for 3 and then play the Socialite. If they don't give it haste. Permanence you control. They clicked the wrong button. Oh, I hate to see that. Yeah, there's 2 abilities on Shadow Spear. So now they can either equip and we get a first strike, or they give it haste. Or give it, can't be blocked except by haste. Sure. You don't want to attack into a first striker here. Menace. Okay, so now we can't attack with this, but that's okay. Get in with this. I can't imagine they just chump for the sake of chumping here. And now they're all a bit larger. This makes racing, these will just trade out. The Menace, and then we have a Kalitas to hopefully get the job done. We'll note only 1 colored source here, which is proving a little awkward if we do find an Ember Cleave. I mean, we do just want to find Sorin, as per always. I think Sorin's the best card in the deck, so we do want to find Sorin pretty quickly. Greenleaf Drum. Okay, land's not a bad one. We'll get in. They can't block anything but 3/2. Which they can do, but that would give us a insect, which I don't think they want to do. Alright, so now we're going to start making some blood tokens. Cost what, 1 mana? Yeah, so we have 4. It'll cost 2 total mana. Start making blood tokens, so we're going to start filtering through our hand pretty quickly here. That was a good draw from them. Although we have 6 points of lifelink, so we're still just racing this back and forth. The difference being that if they want to make this a 6/6, then we can't get in. They make this a 4/4, we're kind of happy. Making this a 4/4, interesting. Because now we just get to attack with this Kalidas, and we just outsize them. I think you had to make this a 6/6 and make it questionable whether or not I wanted to get rid of one of these. Yeah, because now I just get to attack in with this Kalidas for free. So I can just make this a 6/5. Or sorry, 6/7. I think I am just going to let this happen. Get a blood token. Alright, there we go. Loot away a Thoughtseize in the mid game. Not the most efficient with one more vampire, just 2 mana to do it instead of 4, but I like it. Arguably we could have held the land, but I really wanted to get one more land out there, so we're close to being able to activate this twice or just play an Olivia. Alright, so 5/5 here. They can give it unblockable. I'm just gonna say it's unblockable. I'm not gonna make it difficult on myself here. Alright, so they're gonna give it unblockable. We take 5, but then they can't block anything except the first striker, which then gives me another zombie. Or gives me a zombie. I feel like they're really badly losing this race. Yeah, I don't really see how they come back from this, because we were gonna gain 6. They're gonna take 8. Even now, that's not helpful to them. Really would have loved to have gotten Gatekeeper on creature or artifact, but that's okay. Taking the All That Glitters slowed them down enough. Oh, hello. Do this. Yeah, that should do it. Let's put our plus on this one. Get in there. Yeah, so now we're gaining 10. It's going to be hard for them to race here, for sure. All right, there we go. We're up a game against Ensoul. Both people mulligan down low, but we were able to get there. Okay, so we definitely want these fatal pushes. Rending Volley isn't quite it. Cage is probably not it, but potentially. I don't hate Vortex to be able to turn off the Shadow Spear. Gobelink's also interesting, but maybe it's just not good enough. So we have to be careful. We don't have any answers to Darksteel Citadel. I don't think we want these Thoughtseizes very much. We'd rather have pushes. I think it's between these two. Maybe we just bring in Rending Volley to try and deal with Lurrus, but like we have a couple answers to Lurrus. I also think we can just go over the top of them with this Ember Cleave. Ensoul's not a matchup I thought of. I thought about adding what's it called? Vandal Blast, which would be great here, but I don't think Ensoul's a matchup I care too much about. I think we just fight them fairly and then we go over the top of them for the most part, with the exception of their All That Glitters hands and their Darksteel Citadel Ensoul hands. So maybe I'll put in leave in a Thoughtseize, but I don't think we really want that. I don't think we want any of these. So it's between these two. Could just be a go blank. But I feel like they dump their hand fast enough that it's not very good. I think I will just make it a Vortex. Being able to stop their lifelink in a racing situation like we just had would be huge, and I don't think we're ever caging to stop the Lurrus out of this deck, to be honest. Alright, well this hand has everything we want except lands, so can't keep it, but this is the, like, if any of these cards being a land other than Sorin, and I'd probably keep it. Okay, this hand's fine. It's a little uninspiring, for sure. I think we're gonna pitch this Vortex. I know it's on to pitch a sideboard card, but I think it's a issue of having one too few cards for this matchup. Then we would actually want Vortex. So if we have to get rid of one card, I'll make it that one. I'll put this in tapped. Gatekeeper, pretty good just as a first striker here, especially when we get 2 of them down. Should be able to slow the game down long enough to get to these Champion of Dusk, hopefully. Hushbringer. Well, that's a little annoying, but we have fatal pushes for that. Hushbringer, we have fatal pushes. Soren can also still just throw things at this, or just outgrow it. Citadel's scary, if they have the Ensoul. Portable Hole, sure. It's cost 3 to equip. Alright, so they can equip there. Alright. Yeah, definitely need these fatal pushes. Hushbringer's a tough one. Haunted Ridge, looking fine here. Yeah, I think this is just going to be a little bit too fair of a hand. Oh, Hushbringer, they don't get to search. Okay, well that's a little bit of a no-bow. Non-bow, if you will. Yeah, we'll take that. They need to find a Fatal Push or a Soren. Predator wouldn't be the worst. Urborg's not gonna do it. Pretty close to just conceding. Yeah, with the Hushbringer, I don't think we have a lot of outs here. Alright, so now that we know they have Hushbringer, that make us consider anything. Probably do want some Rending Volleys then. Gatekeeper's fine. Like I guess the biggest problem is that we have a lot of cards that don't do a ton in this kind of a matchup. We just need to like kill them fairly. This is for exactly Hushbringer, Ingenious Smith, and Luris. I don't mind 2 of them. So if we are worried about ETBs, maybe trim a Champion of Dusk. We have Olivia as a 4th big thing to put in with Soren. Alright, we're on the play. Let's see a solid Soren hand. We have yet to cast a Soren on turn 3, which I think, as any Vampires deck would say, is the real crux of why this is a powerful strategy. Alright, well this is a interactive hand, but not much follow-up. A mulligan. Alright, I like this hand a lot. It's still a little bit on the land-heavy side. Maybe I went up in lands because we have so many 4s and 5s, but maybe we are a little bit heavy on lands for what we need. All right, we'll lead on Hive plus Valentine. We have a Fatal Push for any Hushbringers. Predator should hopefully be able to carry us a bit. I think Predator is a very strong card. Doesn't really see any play right now. It's interesting to me. Okay. Well, we have all the lands we'll need. The Voldarian Estate, though, being able to give us a way to loot is quite nice, but again, do sort of need to have some vampires in play. Hushbringer, Ingenious Smith. Hushbringer, sure. I'd like them not to have another spell here. Alright, well. I guess we could have waited to get a 1-1. I'm not too concerned with the 1-1 though. But I guess since we have the Predator, that probably would have been better. But I guess we were hoping to actually have something to do with 3 mana. But I guess without knowing, better to just push that now so we get the insect. Alright, so we're gonna have Predator, which should grow out of range very quickly, and should just be hard for them to answer. Like, I think they're a Luris deck, so the only removal they probably have is Portable Hole. So my guess is they're debating standing up the Springleaf Drum or like putting Luris to hand, but Luris to hand doesn't do anything. Like, we're just exiling. Yeah. Okay. This is the best thing they can do. That seems fine to me. Really don't want them to have a play. Ghost Fireblade's a little scary, because now like a Sorin can't just come down. Okay, well, we're definitely flooded. So we're gonna start probably standing this up or making blood tokens, because now this costs 4 mana total. It's still so much. There's a good chance we just stand this up and try and race. Because we're coming in for 7 and then 8, so we have lethal in 2 turns. All of it menace or flying. And we are gaining back a little bit of life, not much. Devout Decree. Oh, that's brutal. Alright, so that's their answer to this type of creature. Alright, well, that's gonna make it tough if we don't find something quickly. What on top? They'll either hit us for 6 or hit us for 6, but probably want to just equip, I imagine. Shadow Spear. Gonna make racing tough. Now we really need to find a fatal push. Okay, we do. Alright, I'll put this in tapped. See what they do here. They kept on top, so I'm curious if it's like an all that glitters or something to that effect. I want to try and get a maximum punish here. Alright, well, Gingerbread's tough. Really don't want them to have another creature they could just equip for free on the Ghost Fireblade. I think the Shadow Sphere there is interesting. Alright, kill this. Again, I'm gonna have a hard time racing this, but it's 2 of our 3 fatal pushes too. So we have 3 more removal spells. I'm gonna say, not a profitable block. Yeah, we're gonna have a hard time racing this because they just equip, make it a 5, and then can make it even bigger. Need to find a removal spell or something better than that. Five. They're gonna clock us for a bunch. I think we just have to try and race because we can't ever block this, right? It's not like we can ever just leave our creatures back. It's unfortunate, but we have flooded out a lot. I am starting to get a tiny bit concerned that we have too many lands, but it's also a situation where, like, had we drawn an Olivia or anything at any point, would have been nice. Okay, so this is 8. Gain back 1. Alright. We'll die. I mean, no turn 3 Sorins. Just all lands. So it goes. It's an unfortunate way to go. I mean, game 1 looked really clean. Feel like we were not really in it for games 2 and 3, but be curious to see what it looks like when we actually have a little bit more of an aggressive start. Alright, back for round number 2. Alright, here we are, back for round number 2 with red-black vampires. See if we can bounce back after a close but tough round 1. Okay, we have a Sorin. Big fan of this hand, especially on the draw. Against another Luris deck, we can go Ridge into Bugbear. Alright, we're up against Burn. Okay, so these Gatekeepers will be good with the exception of they're most likely to die, but if we can get to Sorin, we're in good shape. It's a matchup we'd love to hit an Olivia in. Alright, how much damage are we taking? Alright, so just 2. Gatekeeper, though, incredibly unlikely to live, and the triple 1-drop start is tough for sure. Yeah, this is the kind of hand, especially on the draw, where like we would just cut these cards, have 2 other cards to be looking at, but And maybe our first turn 3 Sorin just won't actually happen. Alright. Acting like this, I'm just gonna block the lava runner. I mean, I assume they just killed this before. Then why do it here? I mean, maybe they have Spike Field Hazard, the only thing I can think of. Boros Charm, sure. Let's take a bunch of damage. Alright, you go to 10. Alright, it's unfortunate. Another one. Let's take Boros Charm out of here. Alright, we have our defense set up. We do just need to hit another land for the Sorin, though. Be able to hopefully hit larger lifelinkers. Might even just, like, throw these at them. Another Lava Runner. They're also at 12 from these Pain lands and Shock lands, which is of note. God, double blocking so bad if they have any burn spell. They have another Boros Charm, it's fine, but any other burn spell double blocking is terrible. Okay, casting Boros Charm here is a little sus. This can't attack, right? You just double block and eat one of these. Go to 4. Alright, running a Sorin here. Boros Charm, notably an instant, so he can Thoughtseize them. Puts us to 2. Okay. So go to 6. Alright, in for 2. Go to 6. 6 was the most we could go to. They just have 2 burn spells, but it can't be Wizard's Lightnings. Eidolon, sure. Don't care about Eidolon at all. Alright, they're tapped out. Get in there with lifelink Death Touch. Take it. You go to 9. Alright, we'll go to 6. Oh, so we should have done that before pre-combat so that we could have hit a land. Okay, well, there we go. Sorin does good work. Alright, cut these Thoughtseizes. Get Fatal Push in there. Right, not a cleave matchup. I think Goblinks are better to try and attack the Lurrus side of their deck. Or maybe we just do this. I think that's better. I don't think we can afford to have Embercleave stuck in our hand. I think we just want to be as streamlined as possible here. I was stuck a little bit on lands, but still managed to win game 1. So this deck is... the game 1s have felt good. Let's see if we can close out burn here. But strong game 1s are worth noting. Again, with a deck where we're messing around with a lot of new cards, definitely worth considering where the deck is doing well, where it's struggling. Post board might be a problem, might just be misbuilt for the sideboard. Don't really have any mana sinks other than the Voldaren Estates. Maybe we do need things like Dusk Legion Zealots to be able to add velocity to the deck. Maybe Socialite's not good enough. But, I mean, it's looked good so far. I was curious to see if we just need a way to churn through more of the deck. Okay, well, we have removal and a turn 3 Sorin and a first striker, so can't ask for too much more. We'd love to see a large vampire. It's pretty large. We'll probably... I don't know if we... Depending what they do, we might play Gatekeeper or just Power Word Kill. Okay. Yeah. Take our 4. Down to 3 cards in hand though. One at the bottom. Then eat the play with fire. Can't conceivably block. Have to assume they're gonna kill this. Pyromancer, sure. Light of the Stage would be bad for us. Any removal spell's bad for us. Taking 4. Yeah. Wizard's Lightning. Though they could have just put that face and attacked. But then I guess we keep this. They're 1 card in hand, they're unlikely to have much left. Makes sense. Okay. Let's play Sorin. Put Kalidas into play. Need to survive 1 more turn here. So we just go Ebon Legion plus Power Word Kill. Alright, well, they had it. 2, 4, 6. See if they just go after us if they kill Sorin. And put Luris to hand. Okay, the Rock's a tough one. They should just kill Sorin. Yeah. Predator's not a bad one. It's not gonna get us out of this. Yeah, Luris is actually fine. Any other spells, not so much. Alright, land. They can attack in. They don't, though. They should have. Alright, Gerda Luris. Alright. If they float, we have a chance, but if they draw basically any spell at any time, we're pretty dead. This taps when it sacks, too, so... Light up the stage is pretty good. Need them to hit land, and then even then, block here, take 2. Take 4. Okay. Not ideal. Sorin still pretty much gets us out of this. So we'd eat this, trade here, take 4, or we just eat this, chump, get a 1. 1's not a lot. 1 might not be enough. I think it's our best option. 4, 8, not enough. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if we block here, we could survive 1 more turn. I'll make them kill me. I mean, they have all the burn in the world to draw to, but like if they attack all out and I have a fatal push, they're doomed. Okay, good enough. All right, on to game number 3. I like the Go Blanks a little bit more now. That's just a way to get those last couple Chain of the Rocks out of their hands. Plus it makes Luris much worse. I don't think we want 3 though. 3's close. It's close between whether or not we want the first Embercleave or the I actually think I'm gonna go with the first Embercleave. Embercleave is one of our few ways to really like seal a win after they answer our board. Kalidas getting answered there was tough. Definitely a game where Predator has so far felt worse than Kalidas or Sorin the Mirthless. Probably gonna end up cutting that. Which then it becomes like, at what point are we just splashing for Embercleave and Olivia and sideboard cards? Because like maybe Florian's not good enough either. It becomes a question. Alright, well, our opponent disconnected, so I'm not sure if they're gonna be here or not. Alright, welcome back, opponent. Alright, I like this hand a lot. Alright, well, that was a good draw. Let's kill this. And drop a second knight here. Makes it pretty likely our socialite's gonna pump these both, which if we do get to do that, all of a sudden we're just like free pumping. You're killing both? Searing blood, okay. Get in there. Alright, well here socialite is a little better than something like Dusk Legion. Lets us pump early. Also gets it out of range of Searing Blood, which is nice. And the Menace creature good too. Another Searing... oh, alright, Wizard's Lightning's tough there. Play with fire. Alright, well we're gonna take the rest of their hand, and then hopefully this champion will be big enough to get the job done. Ooh, hit 2 spells too. We want a land or some form of... oh. Alright. Not the worst light of the stage. Not the best, though. 4/4 would go a long way. Okay. Again, if all they can do is run their creature into Sorin... they send both at Sorin... do I ever just not block? Okay. One on bottom. I mean, this has to suicide into Sorin. Yeah, there's just no world where they don't there. Oh, they just didn't put Lyris to hand. It's not great for them. I can just leave this back because it can eat this. And we're gonna have the Predator and the Hive start going off next turn. Sure. Yeah, get rid of the 4/4, makes sense. Could have sacked this. Yeah, get back Lyris. Alright. Do this. Get in for 7. Hive gets rid of this. This gets rid of this. Shrinks the Lava Runner. Gets rid of the only creature they can buy back. They get the option to stand up Den or play Lyris. This puts them on a, it has menace. Puts them on a 1-turn clock. Alright. Alright, play Lurrus. They can't attack. Trading high for Lurrus is fine. First strike's real good here. We want to take instant, because most of their burn's going to be instant. Actually, all of their burn's instant. Go to this. Alright, so now any instant doesn't do it, because they're going to go to 5. So the instant will kill them. They can't block here. We have first strike on the Lurrus. Is that 3-2, right? Oh no, opponent. Yeah, we read it right. Alright, we got there in the end. Yep, Gatekeeper had the read. Because otherwise they just stand this up. We take 6, 7, 8. Close. Same. So, we got there. Deck felt nice still. Game 1s were nicer than Game 2s. I think we're going to have some adjustments to make. But, for now, we got that win. And we're on to round number 3. Alright, here we are, back for round number 3. We're on the play this time. No Sorin, but a nice curve. I can give this a shot. Opponent doesn't show us a companion. We don't have our fast land. We have all our colors here. Again, best draw is always going to be Sorin, I think. Alright, this looks like it's Phoenix. Right on time. Okay, I'm gonna lead on the Gatekeeper, even though it doesn't have anything to hit right now. Yep. Consider. Okay. Looks a lot like Phoenix. Again, we have the option of Gatekeeper. Could have an Is It Charm. I want to attack. Because we don't have a big vampire to put in. Cletus is fine, but... Cletus... Get in there, bud. Drew a card? Sure. One on the bottom, yep. Pieces is gonna reveal. Flame Blessed Bolt. Okay. This down. Plus here. And this Socialite will actually get Cletus out of Lava Axe range, which is huge. We have assembled a large board. Like they have to kill the Sorin and then they're just taking 1,000,000. So currently that'd be 5, 8, 10 plus 3, 13. So they're at virtual 1. Yep, iteration looking for something. So they don't kill Sorin, we just attack them, pump, and then throw a vampire at them. Man, our game ones have felt so good. Cruise, sure. Like, yeah, no joke, our game ones have felt amazing. Lightning, I have to shock here too. But it has to be a way to kill this knight. Sure. Phoenix to sure. I consider. Get in for 7. Oh, I messed that up. I need to. I'm still getting used to the new cards. This should be a 3/2 first striker. What a shame. Oh, if we find a land, we have Den of the Bugbear too. They're gonna be at virtual 3. Yeah, getting the Kalitas out of Lightning Axe range is pretty great there. Alright. So they have to cast an instant to deal with this. Puts them to 3. This has Menace. Yeah. Excuse me. So they have instant. They go to 1. Alright, they're gonna go to 1. Lose the Phoenix forever. They probably have 2 spells. Would be shocked if they don't. But Menace creatures are tough. We're at 33, so it's gonna take them a little while to chop us down. Man. This would be a dagger to lose by 1 life. Alright, we'll go with Kalitas. They have to have exactly Lightning Axe to answer it, and I want to be able to play both these in a turn. So if we draw a land, we can just throw this at their face. Throw land away from killing them. But we might just die. I mean, we take 10. Right on time, Embercleave. Okay. Doesn't look like a Lightning Axe. Another bird. Pieces. Finds axe. Oh. That's so brutal. We just needed a land there. Damn. Alright. Well, we have cards for this matchup. That's for sure. Thoughtseize. Use the Rending Volleys. Although I guess I'd rather have these in case it flips. Cleave. Socialite's kind of medium. Alright, we'll go like this. Man. Game felt very close. I'm not entirely sure if we could have found an extra point in there. This hand's not it at all. This hand's great. I'll go to the powered kill. Yeah, I feel like we had to have been able to find an extra point there. But it's also a situation where, like, the Lightning Axe is lined up just right. But I want to do this. Yep, I'll block there, it's fine. We have this rending volley for next turn. We can also put in Kalidas and kill this if we want to. Yeah, it's not gonna work the way you want it to, friend. Them not to flip, we need to find a land. Or just a way to kill this. Consider. So I just have the way to flip on turn 4. Double thing flip. Yeah, they do. Thinking Ice is an incredible magic card. Thinking Ice really is the thing that pushes out any deck trying to do things like this, huh? All the delve spells are problems in their own way, but just like double thinking the Ice, flip it on turn 4. Good luck. Like, we even killed one too. Just didn't even matter. Their lightning axe, sure. That was a rough one. I think some of the clunkiness of this build is starting to come out a little, but we're learning a lot, so we'll have a nice update for the build afterwards. Alright, we're back here for round number 4. On the play again. Oh, this hand's pretty close. On the play, Thoughtseize into Gatekeeper, but having a 6-drop and a 5-drop's a little too heavy for me. Oh, this one's so close. If this was a duel, I think I'd probably price myself into keeping it. But without this being a dual land, if we just draw like a swamp, we don't do anything. Okay, this hand's fine. We can pitch a Olivia and Florian. We're both on 5, but I have a Thoughtseize. So show me what you're doing over here. Lotus Field, huh? I will take this pour over the pages. We'll hit pour over the pages. Alright, remember you cast a sorcery. Would have rather hit land, but it's okay. Alright, get Florian in there. Can't hit anything with it this turn, but next turn we can. This looks like a Grazer, sure. Into Lotus, wow. Alright. Rough, buddy. Alright, get in there. Take 3. Let's flip something good. Play it this turn. Alright, guess we'll play the Voldaren. State. Get a blood token and pass. Not great. Our 5 hits have been very bad. Alright, so this is gonna be... Get in there. I mean, they're very low on resources, and they only have 1 draw card. Excuse me, man. Not sure what's up with my throat. Okay, well, we can get this. Stage. Not bad. Yeah, I'll pay 1. Sure. Alright. We're at least putting them in a tough spot because this is 3, 5, 7, 8, 11. So if they play a land, they die. Or we're threatening lethal if they play a land. A land or a sorcery. We know about hidden strings, so... Either they kill us or we kill them. The age-old tale. Wish. Okay. This is gonna be... Hank. Oh, fun, 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 fun. Everyone has fun here. Alright, well... Pretty good draw for them there. They got 2 draw steps. Need them to find basically nothing. Okay. Oh, okay, so they just found it easily. Okay, well, we'll die. We'll die. Alright, let's board in all our things to deal with this. Go blanks. Don't think we need rending volleys. Cage. Vortex isn't really gonna get it done. Push isn't necessary. Power removal. Leaves fine. Thoughtseize is good. Wait from these Kalidas. A little slow and non-evasive. And that felt tough to lose. That's okay. I mean, I think both of us on a mold of 5, I think we put them in a position where they had to find exactly Wish into Anger. They had to also find their Lotus Field, which they did right on time. Like, there was like a lot of draw steps there where we just needed to fade one specific card and they hit. So, how it goes. I think we put ourselves in a winning position, which, given the mold of 5, was a tough place to start. Alright, back on the play. It's a solid hand, but doesn't have any disruption. I think we need to look for some form of disruption. Well, we found our disruption, just not the lands to cast them. Alright, I think we'll keep this. Keep this on the back of Thoughtseize, Knight, and Sorin, if we can get to 3 lands. It's not great, they're in a mold of 5 as well. We're gonna hopefully try and just stick 1 threat and ride it to victory. Hear more about their turn 2 plays, I believe. Alright. Everybody down to 5. Unlucky. Alright, I'll take a scrying. Everybody's looking for a second land. Okay. So it goes. R5 does not play out as well. I actually don't even know if R7 would have beaten this. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure R7 beats this. Yeah, I think we're pretty dead. Raw's a good one. Probably finds them a Thespian Sage. Or at least just a land, yeah. Another Shimmer. Lotus Field really showing us the business here. Okay. I think I just need to put this into play. Alright, we can use Valentine as a way to kill Brawl. Scrying for stage. Turn this into a Lotus Field now. Yeah, so we're gonna need a go blank real bad here. I mean, they could just... Oh, they target the Thespians. Oh, lovely. They clicked this twice to activate it and then target it instead of getting 2 Lotus Fields. Just moto things. If we find a go blank, we can play Valentine, kill Brawl, go blank them, and then I think we're back in a reasonable shot. Okay, well, take Thoughtseize. Yeah, get rid of that wish ASAP. I'm actually not sure. No, I do want to do this because then I can sack this, kill this. Sad because Valentine's not on the table. Maybe we're supposed to kill using the knight so that we can get the 1/1, but I don't think the 1/1 matters. Alright, getting there for 6. Guess we should have left at the mana confluence, because now we have to hit a red source. I'm just going to take the Thoughtseize. I guess Vizier draws a card, but Hidden Strings is so much mana. That's close. Now, I'm probably supposed to take Vizier there. Okay, they're doing it slowly to ensure they do it right this time. So they could have wished us that turn had they correctly copied their Lotus Field. Alright. Did they hit? Do they win? Okay, Shimmer. Okay. Game 3. Damn. Stole that one a little bit. Alright. What do we think? Do we need to deal with the Brawl? I feel like we don't so much. But maybe... I guess they are the Wish version, so maybe... I don't think so. Man. We mulled to 5, they mulled to 5. We mulled to 5, they mulled to 5. Let's see if game 3 anybody keeps more than 5 here. That would be impressive. Yeah, I mean, this hand's good. It's a touch slow. They're normal to 6. I mean, they go down below 6, we're just going to clean their hand up. Alright, they're on 5. We'd love a Thoughtseize. just to be able to really slow them down here. But if we get these go blanks off, it should be tough, unless they've already gotten their Lotus Field set up. No, that's half of their Lotus Field set up. 5's not bad, so unlocks our mana a little. We don't just have to keep paying life if we need to do this. Alright, they have 2 lands. Alright, we're just gonna go blank them into the dirt, hopefully. Okay, no Lotus Field. Well, maybe there is a Lotus Field. No, okay. No Lotus Field's good for us. Oh, hold on. We're gonna attack first. Go blank, yeah. Hidden Strings Pour Over the Pages. Not a bad set of ones to have. Trying for Lotus Field. Alright, they have unlimited mana. Alright, well. Thorn Champion. Draw 2. Alright. You have unlimited mana. We're about to Ember Cleave them. This is 10. Do I think I have one more turn? I think I do. Should have done that. I couldn't have done that in opposite order. It's fine. All right. All right. That'll work. Just leave him on 1 card, then Ember Cleave him next turn. Kind of a win more though. I think we are gonna end up cutting the Ember Cleaves, sadly. Well, for 2/2, able to battle back against Lotus Field. And we're on to round number 5. Alright, here we are. Let's see if we can finish out this league with a nice 3-2. Up against Poles, run into them quite a lot. Alright, that sounds great. I mean, we'd love to see a big vampire to put with Sorin, but even if we're just making these bigger, don't mind. Alright, they're on most likely blue-red. We didn't show them Luris, so it's unlikely they expect us to be anything like Arcanus. But no need to show them exactly what's going on. We want this to be red. Yeah, Thing in the Ice. Ever the worst card for us, huh? Alright, right on time. I think we have to Thoughtseize. Oh, God. Alright. This is gonna be a tough one. I find a land, but it doesn't really actually enable anything, which is fine. Their Thoughtseize. So we know they have Lightning Axe, Treasure Cruise, Treasure Cruise. They could Axe now. They're not going to, okay. I'm gonna attack. See if they block. Good. Lightning Axe now. Interesting choice there. So they can cruise flip if they hit a land. I found a spell. Pieces. Yeah, I think we're a little too clunky for this matchup. Yeah, this is gonna go poorly. Yeah, we're not beating that. Alright. Game 2. Go blank. Cage volley. Okay, Florian's probably not getting in. Yeah, I think this build's just a little too clunky to deal with such a streamlined deck, which is unfortunate, but I think that is the big reason why we have to make some changes. We're gonna keep this deck moving forward. It's a weird one, but I think we need to be able to answer Thing in the Ice, and these will start pairing with each other well. We can play Socialite, pump this, Rending Volley. This goes in both directions if you have two of them, which is kind of nice. Kill this. These are both 3/3s now. Anger would suck, but okay. You got anything nice? No. Yeah, these Phoenix decks are just so streamlined. This is the epitome of the you're trying something out and you run into the best deck that's streamlined. But that's the cost, right? You want to run into a deck like this to see exactly how your deck fits in. Because like if we were just crushing Is It, that's a great sign, but unlikely. All right. Yeah, the Sealy is going to be tough to get through. But I guess we'll just gain a bunch of life and answer everything in the ice, so maybe if we can get this out of range. But it's unlikely we get to kill this. Olivia wouldn't be terrible, but I guess we don't have any graveyard. Any creatures in the graveyard? Like Field Hazard. It is land. Sense. Yeah, never activating. Alright, Soren. I see you, buddy. He's trying. It's like, I didn't show up a lot of the times. Alright. What do you got hiding over there? Show me the sauce. There it is, a charm. They have to cast Spikefield Hazard, and then they're out of instants, at least. Is it Thing in the Ice time? No, it's probably it. No, Thing in the Ice. Oh, the Saheeli's been so brutal. Saheeli is a beating. Yeah, I think it's hard to take untested decks into blue-red. So, gotta do it. It's like when Burn's the best deck, you gotta run your brews into it, but I'm not sure if this is the kind of matchup you're looking to have. Much as I want to get the Gatekeeper down, I think I need to just keep this up so they can never Lava Axe it. Alright, we're going after instant. Get rid of Saheeli, we can then just get rid of Jace, but it's gonna be tough. Desperate need of... I think we're just gonna get ground out here. They just boarded in all planeswalkers here. Interesting. Yeah, I think we're just gonna get blocked out by the Saheeli. Hammersworm Predators are best out. Yeah, I feel pretty dead here. Pieces, yeah. They're a second consider or an opt. They get opt. Yeah. Does not look good. Sure. Alright. Do this. Okay. Not nothing, mainly because flying in haste. We just don't have anything in the graveyard, though. That's just a 3/4 haste. Guess we can pump it, though. Guess that's 7. I mean, I guess if we connect with Olivia, we can just throw this at Jace, right? Temporal. Five mana. Temporal or Cruise? They were trying to just two-shot us and it would have worked. Trespass into Cruise. They probably just go Cruise. Opt, consider Cruise. And they're pretty close to just milling out. Yeah, I think we're just gonna get the deck. Yeah, pitch an Arclight, sure. Okay, so they're not going for the kill this turn. There's the Cruise. Or I guess they still can. Yeah, because it's just the static ability. Yeah, Cruise down to 4. Dart down to 2. impressive. I consider is going to be how they kill us. And this Saheeli, the Jace plan's nice, but the Saheeli just locked us out on the ground. Guess we'll die. Well, the Brew not overcoming the best deck in the format, not quite unexpected, but I'm interested to see where we can take this deck moving forward. Alright, thanks everyone for hanging out. We're gonna hop over to a quick look at some of the updates I made for this list after this league. So, thanks for watching. Until next time. Alright, so after playing through that league, had some thoughts definitely about the deck. Ended up cutting 2 lands, so we still have the full 4 pathways, blood crypts, 2 dens, 2 ridge, 3 hives, 2 mana confluence, 1 swamp, 1 Urborg, and the 4 Voldaren estates. Definitely think the mana base worked for being able to cast all our spells, but I think we were a little bit too heavy without having enough things to do. So we added in a fatal push to the main, keeping in the 4 Knight of the Ebon Legions, the 4 Thoughtseizes, rounds out our 1s. We ended up going back to the traditional Dusk Legion Zealot. I think this deck needs a little bit more velocity. I think Dusk Legion Zealot not only gives you a little velocity, but is also very nice to be able to protect your planeswalkers and throw with Sorin. Keeping in the 1 grass, 1 power word kill, so that we have a little bit more removal main. Gonna keep in the Cemetery Gatekeeper. Not sure if we're gonna keep this as a 4 moving forward, but I want to give it a little bit more time. When it was good, and I think in the creature matchups it's very good. 1 Go Blank main and 1 Silver Smoke Ghoul, very similar to the mono black builds right now, just giving you a little bit of ability to grind and have some game 1 against some of the more combo heavy decks or Phoenix. 4 Sorins, obviously staying. Back up to 4 Kalitas. The Immersworm Predator was interesting, but it never really took over the game. It won us 1 game, but it wasn't as impressive as I would have liked, and I think having the extra lifelink will help us be able to stabilize in the aggressive matchups. Gonna run 2 Sorin the Mirthless. I think the 2/3 Flying Vampire token is good, and also being able to look at the top card and keep churning through the deck is important. I think this deck runs into problems of not having enough to do, and I think between Champion of the Dusk, Sorin, and Ghoul, we should hopefully be able to keep, and Zealot, we should be able to keep our velocity up high and end games once we get ahead. Gonna try Olivia still. We never actually drew it at a time where we cast it or put it in with Sorin, so gonna try it again. Not sure it'll stay in the final build. If it were to get cut, I think we would move it down to something like a 2-drop. In the sideboard, keeping the Grafdigger's Cage, lowering the Rending Volleys. As nice as they were, killing Thing in the Ice wasn't enough. We need to be able to do a little bit more. So we moved in Curse of the Shaken Faith to try and attack the combo decks as well as Arclight Phoenix, with Arclight being the toughest one for us. Fatal Push again, still going after these same aggro decks. Go Blanks, again, I think we have to be able to attack the hand in the graveyard, and that's why we also bring in Liliana's. I think in matchups where Kalitas isn't very good, where we want to attack the hand, I think Liliana's and Go Blanks will do a good job. And then Baleful Mastery, I think being able to attack things like Jace in the Arclight matchup, or having another way to answer something like a Ensouled Darksteel Citadel is important. So this is where I am right now. Obviously, you just watched the league play out with the other version. I think there's a lot of potential here. The game 1s are really good. I think the sideboard needs some work, which we've done to address some of the matchups. And I think whenever you take a brew into a very streamlined tier 0 deck like Blue-Red Arclight Phoenix, you are going to often get beat up, but it's important to figure out what worked, what didn't, and where we can improve. So right now, I think the cards that are on notice are these 5. And you notice if we were to cut these 5, it sort of leaves us at no main deck red cards, in which case we then have to question, do we still want these 4? So if Gatekeeper isn't worth it, we probably move towards being black-white and look at Edgar Markov and some of the white sideboard cards. So I think that's where we're looking at now and where we might be headed in the future. But with that, thanks everybody for watching, and I hope you have a good time brewing with Crimson Vow. Looks like it's going to be a good time. Until next time. Hey there. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed this content on either Twitch or YouTube. If you did, please like or subscribe. If you didn't, be sure to leave a comment down below. I promise not to read it. Until next time.